Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, hello everyone and happy Friday to you. I hope that your week has been so good so far. Today we are back again with another weekly check-in. And if you happen to be new to this world of budgeting, what this means is that since we partially do cash stuffing within our zero-based budget, and we live in a world where everything is digital and card-based, if we do happen to spend with our debit card or make an online purchase from a category in our budget that we cash stuff for, we have to go ahead and pull the cash out and return it to the bank so that we don't overdraw our checking account. So if this happens to be confusing to you, I promise that the more you watch, the more you'll kind of learn and figure out how the nuts and bolts can work for you. But this is just how we make it work on a weekly basis. This is also a video in which I happen to be a little bit more chatty than usual because we are going over the purchases from the last week, and that tends to lend itself to having more fun conversations and like a little catch up. So anyways, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into the video now. I'm gonna grab my budget planner here. So the binder itself is from a brand called Jumping Fox Designs. It will be linked below in the description box. I'm gonna have to scooch these out of the way. And then the budget planner is actually something that I created, and it is available in my Etsy shop. I have it available right now as a printable and a digital. With my June 1st Etsy shop relaunch, it will be available for me to print for you as well. So stay tuned for that if it's something that you're interested in. But I am gonna just go ahead and pop back here to the month of May and grab my expense tracking sheets. Come on now. I'm like, I know I have them. Here we go. Alrighty. This expense tracker is also available as a single digital, or I'm sorry, well, you'll get a digital PDF of it if you just need the expense tracker. So, and I'm trying to decide if I should offer it available, like printed, like if I should offer them like, I don't know, like 20 printed expense tracking sheets or something as like a printable or a printed insert in my shop. I haven't decided yet. You have to let me know if it is something that you would be interested in. Because I'm still sort of undecided on it. So anyways, I'm going to grab this too, just so that I can kind of cover up some of the expenses, because it can start to look a little chaotic on screen, at least in my opinion, it can, if you just have like a sheet with a bunch of different writing on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys zoomed in here so that you can actually see what I have written down, and then we will get into the expense tracking. All right. So now that I have you guys zoomed in here, first, I just want to say thank you for all of your sweet well wishes on Monday's video. I did let everybody know that the Monday video that was supposed to be my cash stuffing ended up being my bill condensing because I hurt my knee at work. It's also part of like what is just generally wrong with my body from an autoimmune standpoint, but I think I heard it at work and it was super duper swollen. And so Mr. Simple and I couldn't film our, the cash stuffing until, or on Sunday, like we usually planned, but that went up on Wednesday. So I'll go ahead and leave that linked for you as well. But you guys were just so sweet in the comments and telling me that you hope my knee feels better and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. Okay, so let's just jump right into it here. I have a tendency, again, to ramble in these videos, and so I'm trying to make it so that you guys aren't sitting around and watching a video of mine for an hour. But, you know, you never know what I'm capable of, so let's just see. First up, on the 8th, we had a purchase at Target. This was actually from last week's grocery shopping, not this week's grocery shopping. And I just needed to replenish my coffee grounds because I make my own cold brew at home in the warmer months here in Texas. So that really stretches from about March till like November. But I enjoy it. So, and it's cheaper than buying the stuff in the store, and it's certainly cheaper than going to Starbucks every day. So I had a little bit of money left over in my Starbucks app, so I did put that toward this, but $10.32 was actually spent, and so I'm going to be returning $10 to the bank. If you, again, happen to be new, obviously there's a lot of change in purchases, and typically what we do when that happens is we round up to the next dollar. So we would usually bump this up to $11, and then that change overage is something that my husband tracks in a spreadsheet that he has. And so then that just sort of builds up in our checking account and serves as what we call around here the virtual coin jar. And what we'll do is from time to time pull from it for like a miscellaneous expense that we don't really have a category for in our budget. Or in the case of something like this, if it's 32 cents, we will take the money from the coin jar, and I will just only return $10 to the bank. So you'll see the ebb and flow of that as we go down through the expense tracking here. We add to it and we take away from it. It just kind of depends on the purchase. And honestly, my husband is the one who ultimately just says, hey, just return $10 or round it up or whatever. I just let him make those decisions because it's largely irrelevant to me. So, and he is the one who understands how much money we actually have sitting in that virtual coin jar. And so it's just better for him to be making that decision anyway. So anyways, moving right along. Next up was our actual grocery purchase from Target. I needed very little from Target that week. And so I spent, I don't know what I was about to say, purchased, I don't know, $18.58, and I'll be returning $19 to the bank for that one. Next up was an Amazon purchase, and I can't remember why I put this from House Project. Oh, I remember what it was. I bought a little bird bath so that I could put it in the garden for when it starts to get like really warm and the birds need a nice little place to take a little bath. So I haven't seen any birds in it yet, so I don't know if they're going to use it, but I figured it was an inexpensive experiment and I wanted to see if they would go to the bird bath. So it costs $14.06, and I'll be returning $14 to the bank because we took the 6 cents from the coin jar. Next up, I went into my favorite place, Fossil Creek Tree Farm, because it was Teacher Appreciation Week and I wanted to pick up some gifts for my kids' teachers. So I actually bought them cute little air plants and little like teeny terracotta pots to put them in. If you've never seen an air plant, they're actually super duper cool. They are exactly what it sounds like. So you don't need to keep, you don't like plant them in soil, and you don't need to keep them in water. They're just like a little plant that sits out as a decorative item. I actually have one in my office. You do have to water it though. Like, don't be deceived by the fact that it's an air plant. I got an education on this. So in the warmer months, you should water it once a week. And all you do is you take the little air plant and you sit it in a bowl of water and let it just sit there for 30 minutes, once a week in the summertime, and then once every other week in the cooler months. So they're really cool, and they're like a cool little decorative item. And if you're sort of like a person who is wanting to dip your toe into houseplants, they're a really good one to go for. One, because they can go anywhere. But two, they're pretty low maintenance for like high payoff aesthetic beauty. So anyways, I picked up a couple for my kids' teachers and like a card for them too. So, that's a good place. It's just a good place to go for little gifts and stuff like that. So anyways, that was fun. It was $33.30, and I'll be returning $33 to the bank. This is just an Amazon week. I mean, every week is an Amazon week, I feel like, but this one in particular, I think really Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I bought though, because $34 and it's coming from my spending, which means that do you know what? This was another raised garden bed. That's what it was. I have really enjoyed these raised garden beds that I've been picking up from Amazon, and you can plant a lot in them. I'll leave the exact one that I use linked below. And as you can see, it's not terribly expensive. So the cost of this was $34.09. I'm going to be returning $34 to the bank. And I bought it because I bought some strawberry plants from an Etsy shop online, and because I want to try to grow strawberries in my backyard. I'm out of control at this point with the garden. So, anyways, I did get them planted and in the ground literally just yesterday, the day before I'm filming this, not yesterday when you're watching this, but, I got them in the ground. They seem to be happy. They're sort of in shock when they arrive to you anyway, so they don't go into like extra shock or something after you've planted them. At least they haven't for me. Like I checked on them this morning and they actually looked better than when I pulled them out of their original packaging. So I'm going to take that as a good sign that they're happy in the ground. But then I also did a little bit of companion planting because strawberries are one of those plants I am learning in the gardening world that a lot of little creatures go after, like as far as birds and squirrels and stuff like that. They like take the strawberries away from you. And so I am just planting things that kind of will hopefully detract from some of the pests. I've also seen a few other things, like you can wrap these little like mesh bags around your strawberries once they actually start to bloom and produce fruit so that nothing can eat them. But as far as like pests and bugs and stuff, there's a lot of herbs that you can plant with your strawberries that are kind of just good for your strawberries in general, but that also help deter some of the like more buggy pests that will go after your fruit. So like chives and thyme and stuff like that. So now I have like a strawberry and herb garden going in my backyard, all from this raised bed. So it's been a moment. It's been a gardening spring and summer, to say the very, very least, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And I really can't wait to show you guys the garden too. So anyways, next up, like I said, Amazon week. So I purchased some more just general materials for the shop for things that I am, what's the word I'm looking for? For things that I'm going to be, putting in my June 1st shop relaunch. So this was just a purchase for materials. It was $27.05, and I'll be returning $27 to the bank. Next up, okay, this is a story. So I have a coworker who came into work the other day wearing these adorable wide leg, like crop pants. And they were in a really light denim, which I tend to lean toward in the spring and summer months, sort of subconsciously. I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I definitely prefer light denim in the spring and summer. I wear jeans all the time. I love jeans. I'm not one of these like yoga pants or leggings types of people. Jeans are my yoga pants. I love them so, so much. And so if I see a good pair of denim on somebody, I am definitely more inclined to be like, okay, where can I get those? And they were Madewell jeans, which are my favorite jeans of all time. But Madewell prices are a little steep. And so I went on to Poshmark to see if I could find them new with tags on, because you'd be surprised how much brand new denim you can find secondhand, because women are just inclined toward buying things that they're never going to wear and keeping it in their closet until they decide to sell it one day. So that's what happened here. I found the exact same pair of jeans, which is still live on their website. I'll go ahead and leave them linked for you. Excuse me. But you can see like how much they cost at Madewell. And not that it's not worth it. If you have Madewell money, by all means, buy your jeans from Madewell, like directly. They are a fantastic company. The quality of their jeans, to me, is far superior to just about anything else that you can find on the market. And that includes the super high-end brands also. I know people really like Mother I think it's Mother Denim and like a Goldie, and they're great brands, but Madewell gets you super high quality denim for a fraction of the cost of those super high end brands, but especially when you can get them secondhand on Poshmark. So that's what happened. I found them brand new with the tags on Poshmark in my size, the exact pair that my coworker was wearing that I really, really loved. And I paid $57.35 for them. So definitely worth it for me, because Madewell denim usually starts at the like $100 to $120 range. So I was so excited to find them. And I will just be returning $58 to the bank. And I've already worn them. I mean, I literally, like, I got them in the mail and I was like, okay, wearing these, love them so much. They're absolutely fantastic. So anyways, very cute for all the time, but definitely spring and summer, because they're a wide leg. They look really nice paired with like a tank top. So that's like, I'm never hot when I'm wearing denim, because it's like you're usually in and out of your house or buildings or something. And when you wear like a cute tank or a tube top or something with it, it just looks nice. So anyways, moving right along. And next up, our back to school envelope is taking a huge hit this week. I finally ordered my kids' school pictures. I mean, literally, they're school pictures. You know, the ones that they get taken in September at the beginning of the school year. Yeah, those. I just have been really delayed in ordering them, but I finally did. So the total for both of the kids' packages was $124.74, which I don't know. Next year I might have to rethink like how many pictures I buy, but we still have family who likes the pictures, so we'll just roll with it. Anyways, I'm going to be taking $125 back to the bank. And again, really questioning how many pictures I buy for next school year. But I was just like, let me just grab this package and keep it moving. But I may not do that next year. Anyways, moving right along. Mr. Simple, this was, by the way, if you watched, I think it was Monday's bill. Yeah, it was Monday's bill condensing. I'll go ahead and leave it linked for you now. Mr. Simple had enough money in his envelope for me to take it back to the bank. He had more than $250, and that's our threshold for taking it and putting it in our high yield savings account. But he was like, no, he was on a call. So he couldn't fully explain to me why he didn't want me to take the money back to the bank. But he's like, he said, I have a purchase coming out that is going to take away a lot of that money. So don't take it back to the bank. And this is it. So he was on a business trip and he gets money for his business trips, but he chose not to eat the free food because he said it was not very good. And so he went out to eat a lot when he was on this trip. And so it totaled to $142.95. And so we'll be returning $143 to the bank. And I felt bad for him because I was like, oh man, that's crummy. Like, it's coming from your own personal spending, but it's just how we're working it in our budget right now. Maybe eventually down the line, we'll have some sort of category for this so that this doesn't have to happen. But in the current moment, he certainly has enough money in his spending to cover it. And he was like happy to do it. So, but I still feel bad. Anyways, moving right along. Amazon again. This one I didn't really want to make this purchase, but I did. So my mom sent me something that my aunt had sent to her about these pajamas on Amazon, and they were on super duper sale when she sent them to me. And she was like, you know, I'm ordering a pair and your sister's ordering a pair for when they come to my house at the end of the month. And they're cute. Don't get me wrong. They're just not, well, first of all, they're polyester. And I have a pretty hard anti-polyester line, like stance, because I don't like the way that it's produced, and it's not like a natural fiber product. And so I'm sort of like anti-polyester, not in like a, you know, judgmental or like significant way. Obviously I purchased them, but as a hard and fast rule in general around the house, I like to avoid polyester whenever possible. I don't like it as a clothing, like a fabric. I don't think it feels very nice, frankly. And again, I don't really like the way that it's produced. So anyways, that aside, I'm never one to pass up an opportunity for something like that, where it's like, oh, it'll be cute. Me, my mom, and my sister will all have like matching jammies when we're on vacation together. So I bit the bullet and I purchased them, and they're nice. They're just not as nice as like if they were like 100% cotton or something like that. I much prefer cotton to just about anything when it comes to pajamas. But anyways, I bought them anyway. And I think we all three got different colors too, so that'll be cute. I'll leave them linked for you if you're interested, because they were not, even their regular price was not expensive, but I got them for $13.52 total, and I'll be returning $14 to the bank. Like I said, they're fine. They do the job, but I mostly just bought them because I, wanted to match my mom and my sister. But Mr. Simple very kindly was like, just pull it from clothes, not from your own personal spending. And I thought that was sweet. So anyways, moving right along. Again, the back to school envelope absolutely taking a hit. I bought my daughter's yearbook, and it was $42.18, and I'll be returning $43 to the bank. I think that that's an absolutely ridiculous price for a yearbook, especially for elementary school, but this is where we find ourselves. I'm pretty sure the school's taking most of that, but anyways. Oh, okay. Moving on to the next page. Let me see if I can, this page is stuck to my table. There we go. The paper was stuck to my table and I could not pull it up there. Frame. Yes. Okay. So here we go. Next up, again, Amazon week. The total purchase was $50.10. It split down into two different categories for me. $15 of it was shipping supplies, and $36.10 came from materials. I'll be returning $15 and $36 respectively. Just more stuff for the shop, trying to get everything ready so that everything is ready to go when my shop relaunch hits. Not that I say relaunch, it's not closed right now. Like, I still have it open, but just relaunch in that I'm like revamping things and revamping what is in the shop. And there's going to be a ton of Oops products and just a couple of new things too that I'm really looking forward to. So anyways, stay tuned, stay tuned. Fossil Creek again is up next, and I'm really trying to remember what this was because this is coming from my personal spending. Oh, I know what it was. I bought a yarrow plant. I follow them on social media, and they had posted in their stories that they had this beautiful yarrow in, and oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it before, but it is this beautiful, a friend of mine said she thinks it looks like kind of like a granny quilt, and it really does. It has like grandma vibes, this plant. It can also, I don't think I know that theirs wasn't like organic or anything, because it would say it on the tag, but it is, you can use it medicinally. It kind of has like chamomile vibes, like if you're looking at it, the way that the foliage looks, but the flower itself is so pretty, and it's supposed to attract pollinators to your backyard, which I am all about. I want all of the pollinators in my yard. I want them to have a lovely little happy place in my backyard, which is probably why you should lean organic, because we're not trying to harm the pollinators. But I figure, a good chunk of the stuff in my backyard is organic, like as far as the fruits and veggies that I'm growing and the herbs, they're all organic. So, if they're going from plant to plant in my yard and I'm not completely harming them with toxic pesticides and chemicals, I should be okay. Anyways, definitely look it up. And if you have space in your garden to include yarrow, you should. I'm actually going to be getting another one because I just feel like it needs, the space that I'm putting it in needs two. So, and they come back every year. So it's kind of like an investment rather than an expense. This is how I'm justifying it in my head, but I'll leave it up on the screen so that you can see what yarrow looks like. It's just so, so beautiful. I love it. Anyways, the total purchase was $10.56. I'll be returning $11 to the bank. Next up was Kroger, and I know that's a grocery store, but we're pulling it from Family Fun because we purchased a whole slew of s'mores supplies. We have a little fire pit in our backyard that Mr. Simple and I built when we first moved in, actually a couple years ago, and we love it. And we were actually going to have a fire and roast s'mores maybe this night that we purchased them, but then it ended up raining. So that kind of canned the plans, but I think it's supposed to be beautiful this weekend. So I think we'll probably try to do a little s'mores night with the kiddos that night, because now we have all the supplies. You got to eat them, right? Anyway. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on my channel before, but if you're a person who likes Reese's, definitely do a s'more with a Reese cup instead of a regular chocolate bar. I promise you will not regret it. It will be the best thing that you ever have in your life. As far as I'm concerned, I love a regular s'more, but a Reese s'more is a superior s'more. So hubby picked up some of those too. Anyways, the total purchase was $39.16, and we're going to be returning $39 to the bank. Next up, my son needed some new like workout clothes because he wears them to jujitsu from time to time. Every now and then he has to wear a gi, but every now and then they also have these no gi classes where he just wears like workout clothes. But he is almost my height now. I think he's like 5'7"-ish. He's really growing. So, and he's not even 13 yet. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not prepared for this. So he needed some new workout clothes. And so H&M was actually having a little sale, and my husband loves their workout clothes. And so I figured I would pick up a couple workout outfits for him from H&M since they were having a sale, and my husband speaks so highly of them. So the total purchase was $48.50, and I'll be returning $49 to the bank. More Amazon. I actually needed to replace the toner or the ink or whatever in my printer. And so it's coming from my equipment folder. It was $83.23, and I'll be returning $84 to the bank. More Amazon. I had like a couple Amazon purchases in a row because I would be like, oh, I forgot I need this. Oh, I forgot I need this. And then I would go in and buy it. Again, from materials, $34.60, and I'll be returning $35 to the bank. Again, I told you, it was like back to back to back. So this was $15.47, and I'll be returning $16 to the bank for that one. Again, from materials. Another Kroger purchase. This one was, we needed pellets for our smoker. So Mr. Simple ran to the store to grab them so that I could actually use the smoker. It was $20.80, and I'll be returning $20 to the bank. And that's it. That does it. We had like quite a few purchases this week. So just one of those weeks where it's like, oh, we need X, Y, and Z. And it just happened in quick succession. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys back out now so that we can unstuff the cash from these envelopes. All right. So actually, first, before we can actually unstuff, I've got to get a total here for what to sort of expect at the end of this when we do unstuff, because that lets us know if I forgot to pull something or if I just made a math mistake or whatever. And usually you guys are the ones to catch it, but I'm grateful for you for that. So I'm just going to zoom you guys through me adding all of this up. You don't need to sit here and watch me use a calculator, but then when I come back, we will get into the unstuffing. So here we go. Oh my, that's a lot. $825 is what we should expect to have at the end of this. So I'm just gonna make a note off to the side, $825, and then we can jump right in to the unstuffing here. So what's first up? Okay, grocery is up first. I know I'm not gonna have all of the money sitting in here, but I'll figure it out. I was just telling Mr. Simple yesterday, grocery shopping, like even though we've made the decision that we're probably going to increase our grocery budget, it still stresses me out so much because when I go grocery shopping from week to week, I feel like like the prices fluctuate or something because we don't buy a lot of diversity from week to week. Like our grocery list looks very, very similar from week to week. And so it's a really good picture of, being able to measure like the impact of inflation. And I just I know like obviously there are going to be some differences from week to week, like for our kids' school snacks and stuff. Like some weeks I don't need to replenish them. And then some weeks I feel like I'm replenishing all of their school snacks at one time. And so that does sort of impact what we spend from week to week. But by and large, our grocery list doesn't change that much. And like this week in particular, I had a very spendy week at the grocery store, and I leave there and I'm just like, what am I even spending my money on? It doesn't feel like I'm buying anything exorbitant. So I don't know, but it just, oh my gosh, it stresses me out, you guys, like you would not believe. Anyways, I am going to get started on grocery. I know that I have a couple in here. So we've got 10, 19. Do I have any other? Oh no, that's just it. So it's 29. I don't have 29 in here. I have 15. Yeah, 15. So that leaves me with 14, right? Yes. So I will be missing $14 at the end of this. So I'm just going to make a note of that as well. And I am going to have to update what I pull for groceries. Oh, you know what? I need my cash tray. Can you guys see that? Oh, yes. Okay. So I am going to put this over here. So I at least know that I will be shy. I don't know why I just did that. I will be shy $14 at the end of this. But by and large, I think that's going to be it. So we'll see. So we've got 0 left in grocery. And I'll just put a line through there. Okay. Since we're in high priority sinking funds, I'm just going to go down and find the next high priority sinking fund. So clothes. So we had just 2 from clothes this week. It's going to be 49 and 14. So that's 63 from clothes. There we go. Oh, okay. I might have to come back to this because, oh wait, no. I can put in 73 and pull back 10. Perfect. Oops. All right. And that leaves us with 35 in clothes. Oops. There we go. All right. Let me make a note of that. 35. And put a line through here and cross it off. Okay. Let me see what other categories. Oh, household. Okay. Yes, household. Okay, that's gonna be it. So what do we say? $20 from household. There we go. Do you know what I might do? I might take out some of these. I'm gonna take out a 10, a 5. I'll take out a janky 5 and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I always do this. I always put 10, 5, and 5 ones in here, and I have more small bills than I need. But they also make me feel good because then I have change. So I'll never change. Anyways, now in household we have 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, and 28. All right. There we go. 28 left in household. All right, so now we can move into excuse me, low priority sinking funds, which we have a lot of purchases from. And let's just start off with house project. So 14, I think that's the only one this week. Yep. $14 from house project. So let me open that up. Here we go. Pipe down in there. Mr. Simple's in the next room. All right, so 20, I'll pull back 6. And now on house project, we've got 500 in the bank and then 50, 70, 85, 86, and 87. So 587 total in house project. Oops. Where did, oh, I think that was up here, right? Yes. 587 in-house project. Okay, so So I guess we can just go into my spending at this point. I'm gonna have to add all these up. So we've got 34, 58, 11, and it looks like that's it. So 103 from my spending. There we go. So 50, 105, and I'll just pull back $2. All right. And now in my spending, I've got 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 34. Excuse me. In my spending, 34, and put a check mark there. And I think that was it. Yep. Okay. So next up, we'll just go into Mr. Simple's and grab the 143 from his, because I think that's, yeah, that's the only purchase of his. So 143. Let me put his placeholders in there. 140. Oh, good. He has the ones. All right. So now in his spending, he has $750 in the bank. 850, no, 800, 850, 900, 10, 15, and 20. So he's got $920 total in his spending. All right. Can't relate. Okay, let's see what's next in low priority sinking funds. Oh, family fun. And it looks like we're business binder after that. So $39 from family fun. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, you're going to be a pain. Okay. D minus 39. What is that? 11? Yeah, 11. So I'll take $11 back. And now in family fun, we have 50, 60, 70, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. 85 in family fun. 85. Oh, you know what? No, we have some holiday that I'm going to have to pop into before the business binder. But that's it for low priority sinking funds. And I think, yeah. Oh, who am I kidding? We have a lot of money to pull from holiday. Okay. I was thinking like, oh, it's not that much. It is. So first up is going to be gifts. And I think there's just the one gifts purchase. Yeah. But it is $33 from gifts. Oh, you're going to play me, aren't you? Yep. 50 minus 33, $17 back in change. We got a lot of, oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no way. That ate away at a lot of our change though. Oh, do you know what? I might be able to, let's see what we've got left here, and I might just condense this envelope because I don't want like all of this small change and have no change over here. So 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh no. All right, well, at the very least, I can change these for a 20. No. 20, and actually, you know what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who knew this is going to be a bill condensing and a weekly check-in. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure that there was a more streamlined way that I could have done that, but this is how we did it. So 20, 35, 36 remains in gifts. Woo! I'm just knocking everything all over the place. 36. All right. Okay, now, oh, no, back to school. So back to school is 125 and 43 and, oh, that's it. So 168 from back to school. Wish us luck. 150, 60, 75. So what did I say? 168, 150, 60, 70. So I need $2. We cutting it close. $7 left in back to school. We're gonna have to build this one up before the school year starts so that we can buy school supplies. So we're gonna have to supplement that one, but $7 remains in back to school. Man, that knocked that envelope out. Okay. Now I think we can move on, to my business binder, which is actually sitting off to my left here, within reach, just not within sight of you guys. Oh goodness, okay. Needs a little swipe. Okay, let's jump in. So materials is up first. So 27, 36, 35, and 16. That's $114 from materials. I think I have that in there. Ooh, okay, good. Well, kind of not good. Okay, I need $86 back. So 50, 70, 85, and 6. Whew. All right, that was close. So now materials, I have 50, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. $90 in materials. So I'll just put that. I always put it only in the last expense because I don't need to write the New Balance all of those times. Here we go. So materials, and I think that covers this first page entirely. Yeah, we got all of those. Okay, so now I'm just on the back sheet here. One from shipping supplies, that's gonna be $15. All right, so just grab back a 5. And actually, you know what? Well, no, I'll keep it. So 55, 60, 1, and 2 in shipping supplies. Okay, and then equipment is 84. All right. I get 16 back. 5 and 6. All right, I mean, I have it. There we go. All right, so remaining in equipment, I've got $250 in the bank, and then 300, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So $317 in equipment. Okay, all right, so I just have to subtract the 14 that I was not able to return from grocery, so 825 minus 14. So I should have $811 sitting here. So let's see how we did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 56, 57, 50, 70, 90, 810, 811. I did it. I might need to go through and like do another mini condensing of these envelopes because I'm not gonna need all of these 100s and 50s in my next cash stuffing. For those of you who don't know, instead of returning this money to the bank, I just repurpose it and use it for my next cash stuffing. So I'm definitely not going to need all these 150. So I'm going to be able to go through here and do like a little mini condensing off of this cash that's sitting here and get more of the bills that I'm going to need for the actual next cash stuffing. So anyways, not that you asked, but I do get asked, do you really go to the bank twice a week? I get asked that pretty frequently. So the answer to that is no, I don't. I just repurpose the cash. But when we were new to cash stuffing, I did go to the bank twice a week because I wanted to make sure there were no errors. There was no room for like messing up our checking account or anything like that. But now we've got it down to a pretty solid science. And so I can just repurpose the cash to use it for the next stuffing. But anyways, I promise like some of this, if you happen to be new to this information, the more you see it and the more you kind of think about it and how you'll implement it in your own, financial life, it will start to make more sense. It took me a little bit of time and watching a few different content creators to kind of figure out how we were going to make it work for us, but it does eventually start to make sense, I promise. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. The weather here is supposed to be really, really lovely. So I hope that I'm going to get some outside time. I do have some cleaning that I have to do, but still. Let me know what your plans are for the weekend down below. And I hope that it's a good one. And I'll be back here with you guys on Monday with a good old-fashioned cash stuffing. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming. I don't think that my knee is going to take me out again. Hopefully. We'll see. Anyways, until Monday, I hope that you guys have a good one. Bye, everyone.